The ocean around us is changing in ways big and small, from the temperature to the chemistry to the very level it sits on our planet. And those changes are happening fast. Let us dive into some alarming new data that shows just how quickly our oceans are being impacted by the climate crisis. Warming ocean temperatures. Since 1969, the top 100 meters of the ocean have warmed by more than 0.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 0.33 degrees Celsius. This might not sound like much, but it's enough to have profound impacts on marine life. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, the ocean has absorbed approximately 90% of the excess heat generated by rising greenhouse gas emissions. More than 90% of this heat has gone into the upper 3,000 feet or 1,000 meters of ocean water. This warming trend is causing rising sea levels, ocean acidification, deoxygenation, less snow and ice at the poles, shifts in ocean currents and weather patterns, as well as changes in the distribution and abundance of marine species. Rising sea levels. Global sea levels were about 20 centimeters or 8 inches higher in 2020 than they were in 1900. The rate of sea level rise has nearly doubled in the last 2 decades compared with the 20th century average. Between 2030 and 2021, global mean sea level rose by an average of 4.5 millimeters per year, reaching record highs each year, and culminating in the highest annual mean sea level ever recorded in 2020. World Meteorological Organization (OSHA). The average pH of the ocean has decreased from about 8.2 in the pre-industrial era to 8.1 since the Industrial Revolution, representing a 30% increase in acidity. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, the ocean has absorbed 20 to 30% of human-generated carbon dioxide emissions, which equates to 7.2 to 10.8 billion metric tons per year. As more carbon dioxide is absorbed, the ocean becomes more acidic. This trend is harmful to marine organisms such as corals, shellfish, and plankton, which are the foundation of the marine food web. Coral reef decline. While estimates vary depending on the model used, current projections indicate that at 1.5 degrees Celsius of warming, only 10 to 30% of coral reef cover may remain. At 2 degrees Celsius warming, less than 1% of original coral reef cover is expected to survive. The World Wildlife Fund estimates that since the 1990s, the Great Barrier Reef has lost about 50% of its coral. This loss has resulted from a combination of factors, including rising ocean temperatures, ocean acidification, and overfishing. The frequency of mass coral bleaching events has increased dramatically since the 1980s. Bleaching occurs when corals are deprived of essential nutrients, expelled their symbiotic algae, and turned white. If the stress continues, the corals die. The Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority reports that in the last 40 years, there have been 7 significant bleaching events on the Great Barrier Reef, 5 of which have been in the last 20 years alone. One recent study suggests that without significant reductions in greenhouse gas emissions, coral reefs could face another mass bleaching event within the next 5 years. It can feel overwhelming to think about all the changes happening to our oceans, especially when it seems like we're just learning about them. It's easy to feel helpless when faced with the daunting task of addressing the climate crisis. But by learning about the changes happening to our oceans and how they reconnected to our everyday lives, we can all take steps to make a difference. We hope that by shedding light on these issues, we can empower you to take action and be a part of the solution. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community. Together, we can protect our planet and ensure a sustainable future for generations to come.